So I want to talk about GUFON for a minute because I feel like his channel is probably the most hated UFO or ufology channel on YouTube. I've seen a lot of people sit there and talk very negative about his channel, and I've been watching his channel for about like two or 3 weeks so far, and I think some of that, I think some of that hate is a little bit kind of validated. Like he does come across as very negative at times. Like he'll constantly sit there and start talking about different people. Start talking about dirt. Start talking dirty about different people in the UFO community. Particularly some guy named Lou, and some other people too. And I remember he was sitting there talking negative about. Well, he wasn't really talking so much negative about this girl, but he said something that was very inappropriate. And instead of just sitting there saying, well, you know what, listen, she doesn't seem like she's a good creator, or, yada, 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 he immediately goes and tries to, I wouldn't sit there and say sexualize her, but he tries to make it seem like she's using her sexuality to get views. And I felt like it was just unnecessary. Um, and there's just times where I'm not gonna lie, he just acts like a damn man baby. Um, there's been a couple of times like before he starts his show, um, he'll sometimes have problems with his camera. And like, in the beginning, like the camera be like very blurry or whatever. And he'll sit there and pout and be like, well, I'm not gonna start the show. I'm not gonna start the show if it's like this. And I'm sitting there thinking, bro, shouldn't you actually kind of make sure this stuff is like settled and done um before you start recording and going live? Um and this isn't the first time he's complained about that. I'm just like, you've been on YouTube for a good couple of years. This is rookie moves, not somebody who's been in the game for a couple of years. He doesn't really seem like he doesn't really seem like he takes criticism well. I remember he was not there like yelling at some of his audience members or whatever. Um, because usually what he does in the beginning is he has these things called roll call, where he has his members. He'll shout at his members for like coming on and like joining his chat and whatever, which is nice. Okay, it's very nice. It's very welcoming, and it makes you feel like you're a part of the show. It feels like you're a part of the audience, like you being there matters. So I'm all for that. But I remember somebody was meant to saying that it takes so long before he starts, um, his clips and talking about UFOs and different events or whatever. And I remember him just sitting there whining, just telling people to shut up because, I'm gonna sit there and do what I want. It's my show. And I'm like, bro, how old are you to be sitting there acting like this? Um, and that's something else that's just my personal criticism about, his channel is that he doesn't even start to get into like anything UFO related until like 10, 12 minutes into his live stream. It's like he'll start, he'll do his roll call, he'll, bitch and complain about something, he'll talk crap about Lou or somebody else. He'll start randomly talking about stuff that's been going on with his day or something like that. And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It is very interesting, when you're a creator and people have been watching you for a while, sometimes it's nice to know what that person's been up to, or if they had a bad day, why, or whatever. But it's like going through 12 minutes before we actually start to see anything. If he's talking about a different UFO event or anything like that, he'll just take so long to get to that point. Like, oh well, I woke up late and I had to do this and I had to do that. I'm like, Are we actually gonna get to what we all been waiting for a while? Are we just gonna sit there and just meander about your day and complain about people? Like, we actually gonna get to what we want to get to, or like, what are you doing? Um, I remember I did a video about third phase of the moon, and the one thing I got to give them credit for, and um, Security Team 10 and some of the other people, is that they get straight to the point. They get straight to the point. It's none of this da 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 whatever crap for like 10, 12 minutes before you decide to actually get to what we, came to see. Um, but this is something he's been doing for a while. His audience loves it. Apparently, he gets thousands of views. So, I mean, his work, as far as the views, speak for itself. But I understand the amount of criticism, the amount of hate that he actually gets. I don't know if it's all warranted, but there are better YouTube, there are better UFO channels out there than him. I'm gonna be, and I know it sounds very dickish, but there's been times, I've had times where it's been hard for me to fall asleep. And then I just turn on his channel, and within 12, 15 minutes, I'm just out like a light. Um, you can take that comment and do what you will, but yeah. Anyway, with that being said, what are your thoughts on GUFON? Do you like his channel? Do you not like his channel? Why? Why not? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Be safe, and I will see you in the next video.